The frozen hydrant in front of the burning building. The icy steps tripping up firefighters as they carried people out. The frigid front and rear fire escapes cramped with dozens of people clambering to safety. A brutal chill Thursday night made battling a fast-moving fire that killed 12 people in the Bronx all the more difficult for emergency responders. Fighting fires is always a challenge, fire officials said, but low temperatures can be especially problematic, leading to frozen equipment, firefighter fatigue, and unseen hazards. The fire department responded to the fire, at 2363 Prospect Avenue in the Belmont neighborhood, 3 minutes after the first emergency call was made Thursday night. Firefighters rushed to a hydrant located directly in front of the building, but it was frozen, said Lieutenant Mickey Conboy, a 32-year veteran who was on the scene. After sending a signal that they had no water, they rushed to connect to a working hydrant up the block, while a second ladder company ran into the building. Temperatures had fallen into the teens after several days of below-freezing weather, and firefighters were wearing their normal thermal gloves to protect them from the heat, although it doubled for the cold, Lieutenant Conboy said. Still, the gloves were of little use inside the building. The railings were so hot from the fire they could not hold on, and the marble stairs cracked from the heat. Soon, he said, the cold produced a different effect, the stairways iced over, and firefighters began slipping and falling. You can imagine how difficult it was to carry unconscious people down a flight of stairs that was ice-covered, Lieutenant Conboy said. It was like ice skating down a waterfall. That slows us down. Hooking up to the water slows us down, slipping on the water in the street, everything slows down because of the cold. The fire commissioner, Daniel A. Negro, said 6 firefighters sustained sprains or strains, and an emergency medical technician slipped on ice and broke his ribs. In an interview Friday, Mr. Negro said the cold weather certainly presented a struggle, but insisted that the frozen hydrant had not affected responders' efforts to fight the blaze. Mr. Negro said the city's fire engines are equipped with 500 gallons of water that can be used while waiting to connect to a hydrant, though it is not enough water to combat a blaze. After Thursday, 71 people have died in fires in New York City this year, up from 48 last year. 24 of those have come in December alone, the deadliest month in 10 years, Mr. Negro said. Fire officials have said that there are typically more fires during the winter months, when people use space heaters to keep warm or leave lit candles unattended. Gerard Fitzgerald, the president of the Uniformed Firefighters Association of Greater New York, a union representing city firefighters, said cold weather made fighting fires considerably harder. The ice builds up on our tools, our ladders, which becomes a safety problem, Mr. Fitzgerald said, and inside the building it can become like an ice skating rink. It adds a whole bunch of different obstacles for us to fight the fire and to make rescues.